Good morning, Mr. Roy. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Probably not going to get that JPAL bump on the numbers today. I think I'm gonna
We do
have
have
to
DAX
add his.
at 9 o'clock, so
Yeah,
everybody be careful. Joel's factory order is coming out. And you got Atkins testifies. That's tentative. I don't know what that's about. You got durable goods. Goals be at 11:45. We had a very good day yesterday.
we did. Today's going to be a bit tricky with the data at the top of the
Yeah,
hour.
yeah.
So
So it's best just to kind of chill out, in my opinion. I know one thing this morning. Me and Roy was looking at this ADX indicator and had these wicks, and most times you'd be tended to go short here. And
oh yeah,
this indicator was up. Anything above 20 is strong. Anything above 25 is really strong. And well, we're at 35.09 now and still growing. So until that sees something, some change, I just don't think you can short right here. It's just too much data saying that we're still in a long. So we sit back and you hold on and you wait. And yeah, could you have taken a couple? We could have took one off the 21, which would have paid really nice. But it's best just to sit back and wait for things to be clear. We've got about 12 minutes till data. So there's really no need to rush anything. I was kind of looking over some of my stats, and my average hold time was like 8 minutes on TradeOvate. So that's a little too close for comfort for me to take anything here. Even though it is still going up, you do have that high up there that you see. That white one is yesterday's high, and that blue line is settlement from yesterday. So we could be kind of range bound between that until we get the data. It's kind of my thought process, but could break above it and do some stuff.
So while we wait,
I'm looking at your Twitter feed here. Oh, and I was fixing to say you had 43 people view your Twitter feed so far.
all right.
On this one, you had one person left. That would be me. I loved it. So
Appreciate it,
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put maybe Jerome Powell speaks today in all the descriptions. I think I will.
All you gotta do is do hashtag Jerome Powell.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he's speaker or not. He controls the market every day anyway. So we got right at 100 because you put that yesterday. So
yeah, today, yeah, like you said, today's tough. The open here is just kind of grinding up at the highs that we had hit yesterday. I mean, we had a nice bullish close to yesterday's day.
Yeah.
Pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher. It was actually ended up turning into a trend day for that failed breakdown in the morning that we had spotted. I got to do a little bit better at riding those a bit more. It is tough when you have a good day. You can close it up shop. I was running around yesterday during the day, so I wasn't able to really track the trades. But the important thing is risk management. Take the win and see what we can do today. TradingView does have a competition going on. They've done their leap competition again. So if you want to practice trading futures on certain, can't remember which. Let's see. Let's give TradingView a little shout out while we wait for data, not do something stupid. So you got 27 days, 26 days on it. Let's see. Top guy so far has made 16 grand, 16% profit. You can trade MES, NQ, ES, oil, Bitcoin, gold. So if you want to practice and have some fun being a part of a little competition, it's free. And they use TradingView. Recommend that. Obviously, I haven't made a trade yet. So I'm 27,000.
and me cut off. I was trying to tell you that
Right,
what I don't like about that is you can only take one MES, so it's not equivalent. So I mean, on this one you're going to trade minis anyway, right? Because you don't.
Right.
But if you do want to trade micros, and that's your style to trade micros, don't let it mess up what you're doing with your micros, because it can. You trade ES, you start to see big numbers come through. You're gonna be like, oh, why am I not trading this on my Rob account? Well,
yeah. Be careful of that, of course.
yeah, there's a reason.
So yeah, fun stuff. Also, be on the lookout on any Furus who are doing paper trading on the Leap contest and passing it as real trading. But it's a good little competition. It's fun. Just makes it, like Monty says. Be aware. It is a competition. Be aware. Don't scale up like on your regular accounts if you do trade regular accounts.
Yeah, CBD's going negative again, back to negative 200. Tide is volume coming down. Put premiums are going up. It's down. ADX indicator lows at 36 now.
Has some red gamma right above us, so if the data is positive, you could see 15, 20 point pop up. It catches this big guy. A lot of support down below, so you could just gravitate back down to this support. Not a surprise for SPX. It's at 5,900. SPX is currently about 10 points off of ES, so it's 10 points lower. 59.38 is what SPX is. 59.48 is what ES is. We got a contract roll coming up soon, don't we?
Yes, that will be happening soon. We should. This is the June contract, so here in the next week or two, you'll see volume. I mean, you're probably seeing a little bit now where volume is going to the next one. If you're on Top Step or Tradeovate, they will remind you. Top Step automatically move you. If you're anything else, like with Take Private Trader and using Tradeovate will not automatically move you, but they will say, "Hey, do you want to go to this contract?" Go and say yes when they ask you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to move it automatically at that point if you say yes. Top Step, you just wake up one day and it's moved. So, and that's the if you're trading, and if you're using Trading View, just leave it on ES1 all the time. That's the continuous one. So that's not a individual one. It just moves to the next one and the volume's there automatically. And you don't even, you'll see a gap up or gap down, and everybody will freak out for a little bit, wondering why we had a gap. And typically it's a gap up, and it's a pretty good gap up, and everybody just freaks out, and you're like, well, I mean, contract roll. And when I say everybody, I mean literally everybody on Twitter will be asking, what happened? What did Trump say to make the market gap up? Well, we had a contract roll, boys. Come on. Seems like some of these people would figure this out by now, but no, they do not have it figured out. And this thing is, this indicator in here coming down, no notice. So we got up to 36. Now we're kind of scrolling down to 35. We're rolling over. We are seeing some weakness in the in Tide. So if you want to look at Tide, you're seeing this volume. Let's make sure this is right. Sometimes you got to update it. Yep, this volume is gone right red. That's going up. So everything's kind of leaning towards a short now, but I still don't think you can take one until we get this breakdown of all these EMAs here. And as you can see, the 8 held up right there too. So interesting spot here. We got 5 minutes of data. So that's the key. Anytime you have any job openings, any jobs data at all, it's best just to chill a little bit.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of dig into the later on. I want to look in. You get the beige book comes out tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
I want to look at that beige. So the beige book tells you kind of what everybody's looking at. Then you got the red book now that kind of tells you a lot of stuff too. You can dig into both of them. Just be careful getting into the minutia, because it can definitely give you a bias one way or the other when you're looking at it. So try to read it objectively and not really do anything off of it. Just kind of know where your country's at and what people are thinking around you. That's kind of what you want to, what the people that control the money are thinking. That's kind of why you want to look at it. So,
right.
And, well, I was going to say, is everything going to play out where it looks like that we should have took a short there? You know, I love it when I say something and I don't do it, then it plays out. You know, that's my favorite thing in the world. It makes you wonder, why don't you take your own advice sometimes? I did see a guy, I forgot his name. He was talking yesterday, and it was like somebody showed an old clip, and it just kind of made me think. Like, you want to take a position in something. When you go to put your entry in place, look where your stop loss would be. You're going to move your entry to your stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be surprised at times that it goes to your stop loss and then it reverses and goes in your direction there. Like, yeah, that does make sense. How many times have we said on here, damn, we got in a little too early?
All the time.
And if we would have waited and put it where our stop loss would have been, guess what we would have done? Would have made money. Almost every time. So
it is holding this Anchored View app.
it's holding it. Not just Anchor View up. Look at you got this whole EMA cloud. Let's say that's all a cloud here. From the Anchor View up all the way down to the 21.
Mm-hmm.
That has been your spot. It came out of it this morning. We got right back into it. Look, we've been kind of trending up on it the whole time since. So that's why I said if we, I didn't want to take a short until we got through all this, and then we would have to show some momentum down for me to get into a short at this point. I looked at Mancini stuff just a minute ago, last time I went out before we started the stream, and I agree with him. If we can get back down and test this 20 to 25 area down here, let's go and draw slow zone down here. How about that is exactly 25 to 20. There you go. We can come back and test this zone. We had a little consolidation, and let's move this chart out left. Well, I'm saying that level has been a level. Support, it was resistance, came through it, support, broke through it, now it's resistance again, did it turn back into support now? We watch that level and see if it bounces up. I'm going to leave that one on that one just because I like to look back. Sometimes when I do zones, I like to go back and look to see how many times that zone's actually been accurate. And you look, it's ends up being a lot of tests on it overall. So, but we do know that right here, we'll say right here is our start of it. So support. Through it, resistance, kind of held a resistance, then it broke above it, held a support right here. Now let's see if it comes back down and holds support again. This would be a perfect, if you want to see a failed breakdown, there you go. We had one this morning. It was perfect. Came down, retested. So you get the shorts in, comes back. You take some of those shorts out. You start to get people to go along because they think it's reversing here. Nope, come right back down. Tricks them again. Now you're starting to get shorts to load up here, and bam, moved all the way back up. So Mancini is really good on a lot of stuff, but his breakout or failed breakdown trades they make sense if you think about it, because you have institutions, and what do they want to do? They want to trap shorts to make the market move, right?
Yep.
What's the best way to trap shorts? You get them the feeling that, hey, this is perfect right here. When it comes back retest, shorts were loading up this morning. And it's just grinded up and took those shorts out. So we had data is out. Let's see.
Okay.
Had a little pop there for a second. Well, we're not going to see the Trader Hub. Nice white screen for everybody to look at. It hadn't updated on here yet either. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Update. It's still not out yet, huh? Well, I guess we hurry up and wait. Let's see if we can find it.
So yeah, factory orders and Jolts.
Jolt's job openers came out. 7.39 million versus 7.1 expected. So there's more openings than they expected.
Okay. So hiring would be a little bit stronger.
Yes. Durable goods revised to 0.2, forecast 0.2, previous 0.2. So no change in that. So here's what we got. Oh, there it is. It's finally updated in financial news. Here's what we got. We got a whole bunch ado about nothing.
Right.
So now we just wait for an opportunity to enter a trade that we like. We see this damn thing wanted to spread out, but it's still 34.88. It is dropping a little bit. So if you see that continue to drop, the ADX number, we could get a reversal. Now, here's the deal. If this drops, let's say the market starts to drop, even though this is dropping, this could actually turn right back up because it's not taking price into consideration. It's only taking the trend. Right now, we've got this little uptrend. Let's draw it here. So we got a ways to go before we actually break this little trend, and you actually got one here. So you actually got a couple of trends we're working on them. You got this bigger trend, and you got this little micro trend here in the last hour or so. Bostic, the best monetary policy approach now entails patience.
The hell did he come from? He's not on the
No
schedule.
clue. He is not on the list, is he? Not on the list. That's it. Why are you going to show up out of nowhere?
You're supposed to tell somebody, mate?
Obviously, Bostic looked at his position and was like, hey, we got to go make the market move, do something.
Yeah.
So,
Goodness gracious.
Roy, do you remember when they had the deal where the feds were getting called out on insider trading?
Yeah, he was a big culprit.
Was he one of them?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a big culprit. He had made something like 140 trades that year.
Wow. Okay. CBD has gone positive, and look at this big change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
General market tide is bullish. Let's look at holdings. I'm saying it. Yep. Bullish as bullish can be.
Could be flagging up here. TNX went slightly down. VIX is down a little bit. Gold is down. So you've got all of that pointing in an up direction. My gracious, NVIDIA 141.
Boston says he still sees a possible path to one interest rate cut this year, depending on the economy. I am in no hurry to adjust our policy stance.
Yeah.
One thing you kind of got in the last minutes, I think you saw a little bit of back and forth. I think there was a couple that are really wanting to cut rates pretty soon, and a few that's not wanting to cut rates pretty soon. So
yeah,
that's going to be interesting to see. Boston, given a healthy economy, the Fed has time to see how uncertainty resolves. CBD is still negative 400. So one little caveat about CBD when CBD is negative. So just because CBD is negative does not mean we go down. It actually can have a reverse effect, and CBD could get so far negative with the market trending up that it actually gives a short cover, and you're seeing a short squeeze live with CBD steadily dropping while the market's rocketing up. So Fed Bostic said there is no sign yet tariffs have boosted inflation. The job market appears broadly healthy with some signs of weakness. I'm going to tell you, this last number, these job openings, that does not show weakness in my opinion.
No, I don't know how much is seasonality though. I don't know that side of it.
We do have some seasonality workers. It is April. This is April numbers you're getting, so right. This is April we're getting, right?
No, you get May. It'd be May.
Huh?
It'd be May, I think, right?
Well, I know let's look. I thought they would, when they do the next one, is when they update the JOLTS numbers. That's where you get your revisions on the next one for the previous month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm gonna tell you, all these job openings, you got JOLTS, you got all the employment data. These numbers are revised so many damn times that you never see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got data tomorrow. The ADP numbers come out tomorrow.
Oh, let's just look over and see. We got, well, you got Bostic speaking tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
Oh, you got that Fed Listens event going on. So I guess he was scheduled. You got Bostic and Cook speaking there. You have services PMI, composite PMI, service PMI, all that coming out. ICM. Yeah, you got a lot of data tomorrow, and it's all from 8:45 to 9 o'clock. So right the same time frame. Bostic is saying it a lot because he has filled up this whole screen with Bostic quotes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know when he was scheduled to talk or who he's talking to, but I guess CNBC needed a guest. I don't know.
I'm assuming he's got to be at that. Did they move him up on that Fed's Listen event thing?
No, I mean the Fed Listens thing is like a round table where they like talk to small business.
Wasn't they having? Wasn't that the same reason that Powell was speaking Monday? Wasn't that kind of the whole?
He was, yeah. It's like that conference is like an open. What was the name of that?
It like kind of all goes together, right? Didn't it kind of go into one goes into the other all there?
Let me double check. Let me go to the Fed calendar.
CBD's going to negative 1,400, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, you got your puts are rubbing up. Your volume is coming back down. So those numbers could have been, and you're getting the same thing on that. I assume you're getting similar on holding. So
yeah, so they're not the same. So the
okay.
Jay Powell was at the 75th anniversary of the International Finance Division, and then that was in Washington D.C. And then the welcoming remarks for the Fed Listens event is in Atlanta on Wednesday, which makes sense because he's the
Hey, look at
Atlanta
this.
Fed. Whoa.
Yeah, we're coming down. So you tell me what happened here.
Looking at the gamma, you've got some green support here, but it did shrink a bit. So you could kind of pillow here and then push back up if you get momentum. Are we seeing any signals?
Just there, CBD went to negative 2,000, and this could be what I was telling you guys about, where you got CBD going down. And at the same time, you've got almost like creating a short squeeze.
Oh, that premium just dropped on general market. That volume on SPYs is.
This candle, they came in here. The buyer stepped in down there right at VWAP. See if we can get back above anchor VWAP in yesterday's settlement. That's kind of the key there. Oh. Well, are we gonna get the little pop here? We can get a little drop here, a little pop, little drop, little pop, little drop. What are we gonna do?
It feels like it's going to be that type of day, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just Yeah, it does. It feels like that, Roy. You got to be careful here. I did take a long and take profit trader when I saw that, but I only got like $50 out of it. I wish I'd have held and it would have came right up here and hit my damn number I wanted to hit, but I got nervous when it started and worked back down here, so I wanted to cut and took $50 on it. And yes, it is that kind of day where you got to be careful.
Yeah.
The only thing I hate about that is my trailing drawdown got affected a little bit, and if it would have hit right, 47.50. That would have got me $130 out of that trade, which is really, and there it is. You son of a bitch. I've been hanging around Roy too damn long. I think there's still a little more upside to this, to be honest with you.
Well, Tide certainly thinks so. Periscope certainly thinks so.
CVD's holding 16, negative 1600, which I don't love, but like I said a second ago, that could really be deceiving because everything else is kind of saying, hey, this thing should pop a little here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say pop a little, I mean, I think we might get to maybe 50 or so, and that's going to be about it. And it might stop here. The settlement is the key to break above settlement. If you can't break above that settlement, which you got the anchor VWAP right on settlement. So that is the key to watch, in my opinion, right there. If it comes back and tests this 8, I might re-enter here. I mean, this 21, sorry. I don't really want to take this on Top Step yet because I do take a few more chances on Take Profit Trader, and they seem to pay off as long as you keep your risk, right? Your risk reward pretty tight. You should be good with that. You just got to be careful. You can't let it run against you. So you always got to be ready to go to like, hey, I need to cut this thing right here, go on and take what I can out of it. Or, of course, I got a little trigger happy a minute ago, and it kind of bit me in the ass. So 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other, as they would say.
Are their orders stacked anywhere?
They're stacked at 59.55. You got 173 there, and then 59.60. You got 110. Then on the low side, you don't have anything to 59.25, which where's a spot we would like to look at, boys and girls? 59, 20, 25 area, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be his profit. Go to 50, 50, 50, 50. Go right above 50, 50. There you go. Okay, so I'm now $107 up on Take Profit Trader on account. That account is up right at $400 on the 2 days, so averaging around $200 on that one. We've got a few more here we can trade. We are trading these independently now. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying not to put all my eggs in one basket. So I want to build up accounts, right, and build up a good buffer. And then once you build up a good buffer, you can copy trade these bad boys and not have to stress every time you enter a damn trade.
That is the key.
Yes. So anything you can do to take stress off yourself. So if we can build these accounts up, and when I say a good buffer, I'm talking about like $3,000 or so, right? I'm not talking about the $1,500 buffer just to get a payout. I'm talking about $3,000 here. But so far, hey, today it's one account, it's $100, a little over $100 on it. I am happy with that. If we can just mimic that and waiting here, I'm still not sold on anything. You know, it did pop back up. Tide is actually changing back now. Holdings is kind of changing back. Look at general market Tide. Everything's kind of saying, hey, that we are going back up after we had everything that showed that we were going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I would look for a breakout up here now. I'd like to see this breakout. Yesterday, previous high would be my only way I would look for an entry, and it pops up and have to come back and test. I knew when it was getting us moved down. I was like, holy shit, we're finna come down and test this 25-20 level. And I have learned my lesson enough to know if this thing shows any kind of movement out of that at all, just get it, scale out 75% of your position, just sit back and let the rest ride. So even if you're getting, let's say you're getting 5, scale out 4, hold 1. You're not going to get hurt on one MES, right? So
right.
You can actually give it room to play out. Dollar General shares jump 15%. Discounted raises full year forecast. Shakes off tariff fears. Dollar General said it's attracting more middle and higher income shoppers. They are not getting more high income. I'm going to tell you that is a lie. If anybody's ever been to a Dollar General, the one thing you typically do not see is a high-end shopper. Say what you want to, Dollar General. You are talking shit. I've worked with them enough to know that no, they are full of shit.
The math ain't mathing on that one.
Don't get me going off on damn dollar stores because they are all junk. Every one of them. Every one of them. Roy, I would, it's kind of like we were saying earlier when I was telling you about this CBD being negative. The CBD staying negative, which is telling me that we are getting a little bit of a short cover in here. It's not a lot. I think we saw a good bit coming in. I think we had this candle here. All your volume came from this wick, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. And that's your second highest volume of the day. So you had buyers step in. Now, did you have some people that was covering? Did they drop this to cover some shorts real quick? That's very possible. Looking at CBD, it makes sense, right? That's kind of where you work book map into everything else here. And CBD is steadily, it's not crazy. It's kind of like the chart right now. It's just moving up ever so slightly. Well, it is now. It's back to negative 1,200. Got to a negative 1,000 there.
Yeah, you're not getting a substantial breakout above this 5950 level, so you got to be careful. You are getting a little bit of that periscope. You're up above the gamma, small green, and then there's huge gamma up here, as you would expect, 5950 SPX. So that coincides with basically if it can get up to 5960 ES with some momentum, it could just.
Well, if you get above 5960, there's nothing. There's really nothing to stop it after that point yet. Now we know orders do pop in after the fact, right? But
yeah,
from this 5250 level all the way up to 60, you've got a lot of big numbers like 170s stacked. Now we know it's kind of like looking at Roy's periscope, right? So these, except we don't know which side they're on. These could act as fuel. They could start buying. If they start buying, this thing's gonna pop like crazy. Or it could ask what's the opposite of on a deterrent? So it could be, hey, we're not going to take these back through.
Right.
You look at your ADX indicator, it is coming down. So that could be that it is weakening. It's still above 20, still above 25. Hell, it's above 30, which is strong, but it is trending down. So that is something else to keep an eye on. The fear and greed index came out at greed. I can't believe we're not at extreme greed or extreme fear. That's where we live most of the year at. Where do they get this fear and greed index from?
Yes, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what goes into it.
Well, it's 56 out of 100. So do they ask 100 people, hey, or do you?
I think it's just if I'm guessing, I'm guessing here. So just
it's just like the presidential poll. Whichever side does it, it looks better for them, no matter what.
Yeah, potentially. I think I'm gonna say maybe a little bit more thought goes into it. Maybe some options positioning and that fun stuff, but I doubt it.
Well, Roy, it's taking out a good many of these orders up here.
Yeah, it's just kind of grinding.
Yeah.
I had MicroStrategy calls that I just let go of at the open here, and a little sad I did because it's really popping now. So I avoided this, sold it on this candle.
Show your MU chart from yesterday.
Oh, MU was, I mean, look at that 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just, you want to see a trend day?
All the way.
Yeah, that's an algo saying, I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. I mean, that was incredible. So Micron, great one. So I'm only in swings wise. I'm only in Marvell. I've got a fishing order for cores that I don't think is going to fill. But Marvell got hit after their earnings, so I bottom fished a little on that one. But trying to see what ES is going to bring. I mean, we have really not gotten any 3-bar reversal, anything, not even on the 1 minute. Well, as I talk, one flash there.
We could be getting one here.
But you've just been kind of
My
quiet.
Tesla calls for Friday that I sold are up 94%, so I might go in and buy those back today too, just to no pressure
Beautiful.
on them. Just keep banking. I mean, this is a weekly occurrence now on these down. It is the what calls did we sell this time? It's the I got the four. I sold the 425 calls,
Okay.
and they are up
Just
95, 94, 95%. So
yeah, I mean doing Nvidia on a green day like today up to almost 3%. Not a bad one to look at. See if you can
yeah,
get.
I don't have any Nvidia that I've sold yet. So let's look at
I think
Nvidia.
one probably. I mean, you're not going to get much. Maybe the 155s for this Friday you get probably nothing, but it is something.
So I looked at the 150, 155 last week, and it was for like this week,
Mm-hmm.
and it really wasn't worth it to me to take a chance on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Right now, the 155, I mean, like for this week, I get $20 for them. That's not worth it. The 150, I get 15, 14, 15. That's not worth the stress for me to make $15, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, even next week's 150s are 78. That's me.
That's more in line, but I don't like NVIDIA being 141. That's kind of,
Yeah, I mean, AI sector's hot right now, so it is the safe spot, if you will, quote unquote.
and it might be to the point where, like the one, it's close. Let's look for next week. Hold on, let's go to next week. I mean, the 130 puts, like I said, 54. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth fooling with. No, this Tesla, I'm getting, right at $100 per every time I do them. I like
Yeah,
that. 100 to 125. I'm
it
selling
adds up.
four
It
every
adds up
week. So yeah,
fast. Adds up fast.
this has been what is this 3, 4
Sure.
times straight? I let one expire, they go right to the next one.
Yeah, we've been rolling them for you.
Thanks, Roy, to that because for some reason I try to purposely forget about that. Awesome, man. Awesome. Good job. Let's see.
All right, welcome, man. We're gonna try and be more active
Yeah.
than that.
Well, Manny, I don't see that you joined.
Maybe it was yesterday.
Dirty Harry joined was on yesterday, and then we had Michael joined on the April 27th. That's it. Roy, do you want to put Scotty? Okay, so
He sent me a friend request. Okay,
okay.
I'll
So
get
go on.
him.
You want to send an invoice?
Yeah, I'll get him sorted.
Yeah.
Right. What's another message too? What is this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 1 minute has been very muted this morning on giving out signals. We've had one since open. It was a long signal, but you probably would have got stopped out of it if you followed the rules right. Could have made money on it, but more than likely should have been stopped out of it. If you didn't get stopped out of it, you're not following the rules right. And hey, sometimes that works out. Let's see. And it hadn't really given anything since. Even knowing I should have been paying attention that 909 1 minute candle, Roy. It did not give a signal, but that was a great spot to go on the 1 minute. And would have paid 10 points. Which would have been 46. So you got in on the bottom of this candle here and wrote it up there. So yeah, that made sense. I did trade. I just got a little bit off of it on Take Private Trader, just not a ton of it. So Hey, we're green on the day. That's what matters, right? We're trying to be
That's
green
all.
on the days.
The important part. Honestly, you haven't really had much movement.
No, we hadn't.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
look at that.
it's
The
been kind
gamma
of
shift here.
we're grinding up. It has been kind of boring. Look, we've gotten to this yesterday's high 1, 2, 3 times. It's going to be 4 times, and we have not been able to break above it yet. So, I mean, I guess we got to start trading 24 hours a day so we can catch these reversals overnight, huh? Because it seems to happen a lot overnight.
Just keep streaming.
No, I'm not going to stream all the time because there's no telling what all y'all would hear on that. You get me tired, really, and then streaming. Should have went live after the baseball game last night.
Yeah.
Would have won and been better, but it's one of the funnest times I had at the baseball game, and in a loss. That's crazy.
Dell had a good move up.
What did?
Dell had a dip yesterday, and then
Hey, you remember CBD?
Yep.
We're almost flat.
Yeah, your periscope gamma shifted. Should have triggered that. See, this went from green to red. So
yeah, look at your SPY tie.
Yeah.
Too. Like I said, this is what you need. This goes right in line with that damn chart there. But we're still struggling here at this. This is our key. So we'd love a breakout retest. I'm going to remove these out of the way now because I don't want those in my way. I don't want to see those every time. Let's look at a 15-minute. Ooh, boy, howdy. So if we break out this, that would be my first target right there. Would be that 56, and you could probably could just scale it up like this, there, and then there, and those would be targets up. So if you look at it, you break this, then 63, and then you just keep going up.
Oh, it's a mojo.
Yeah, I want to see this break, Roy. Then I want to see a retest and see something off of it.
Pre-market zone would have played out.
80 plus 80.
Yeah, pre-market zone breakout would have. Oh my gracious! Look at it. I just drew the zone. Look at this test on this previous candle.
What zone was that?
That's your pre-market zone.
Oh, that's from this high here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much my 50% right there. It came back, did perfect off of it. Wow. Howdy, ho. CBD just popped to 300. Remember, we don't have to chase. Wait for a pullback. This is where 99% of the new traders fail because they start buying here and taking. There's no stopping, and you might win a lot doing that, but you are putting so much at risk by doing
that. Got a SPY call that I bought on Friday for about 590 calls for this Friday.
Yeah.
SPY is currently 593.75. Got a take profit on my last runner for 100%. That's about.
There you go.
You get a 595 on SPY, that should fill it.
Come on back and test this thing perfect like I want you to. I'm ready. You're getting a little dip in not enough to really worry about volume there. So not yet anything to worry with, in my opinion. It did not quite get to 55. I want it to get to 55. Oh, I don't want to. Why are we going to 2? There. Finna say I am on MES, right? Well, we got a wall right here at 55 and 55 down. We got 121 orders, 55. You got a few hundred all the way down to 55, 50. So I don't know if we quite this. We're close. Oh, we got close. That's probably where I should have got in right there. But we'll wait. See if it is 55.
Oh, we got a phone call. Hold on 1 second, Monty.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good, sir. You are good. I did get an entry in Take Profit Trader, and it just missed me by a little bit on this one. So we're fixing to kill these orders. Well, I'll give it one more chance to get there before we kill them. Yeah, we're not trying to take Profit Trader. I'm just trying to scalp $100 here or there. I think that's going to be my new strategy with them, to try to get 5 points. Everybody knows I like 10 points, but 5 points is 5 points is 5 points. I don't know if I want to keep this thing here now or not, though. Well, I'm in it. We'll leave that there. We'll go to 4 and see if we can scale out 4 there, if that happen. Up there where I want it to be. I don't like how this thing's coming back. CVD has gone negative big time. Your volume is coming down slightly, but it's not crazy. It is not crazy.
Test an orb high right now, or it did 59.72.
Yeah, right. Came right down to that 50% level,
7.
which should be the top of your zone that you have drawn over there. All right, come on, give us a little bounce here, a little bounce, a little bounce.
Periscope, you can clear this little green nub here. They put the green, they positioned back over there, but that corresponds to 59.45 SPX. If you can crack that and get up to that 59.50 gamma, that's the sauce.
You're going to make me say something about EOS, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say as Lev would say, a southern slang for ifs. If Frog had hips, it'd wear holsters and shoot snakes. Frog had wings, wouldn't bump its ass every time it jumps. My day is officially done. I gave you some southern slang. Oh, come on. Just go back up to this. Let's go test 60. You got a lot of orders sitting up there. You got a lot of orders popping in right here, too. I don't really like this. Don't like this at all. If it breaks this 8, I'm going to have to cut over here. And then you see I got it right below on anchored VWAP over there. I don't really want to do it. I'm going to put it right there on that one. This should be our move back up, hopefully. I don't like CBD. CBD is just not working in our favor here. It's gone to negative 600. Tide volume is ever so slightly creeping down. It's not enough to show concern, a lot of concern yet, but it is creeping on the downside on your SPY volume. See, it's just barely creeping down. So that's what we want to avoid. That thing, we would like for it to creep back up and start to move this thing to trend back up, which right here, we're in a good spot, I think. This is not one of those spots that I'm like, hey, I hate this spot. I'm just not 100% sold on it, and I'm not 100% sold against it yet. So probably should not have taken that trade where I took it, but I started to move it down here. It looked like we was going to have some strong momentum to pop back up, get a retest and pop, and then that's why we don't assume things. But here we go. We're getting a little move here now. Come on, just need a little, get above yesterday's high. Break yesterday's high. Break yesterday's high. I don't know how many times I can say break yesterday's high. If we can get this break of yesterday's high, this son of a gun. CVD just actually went down on this move up, which is a little concerning. Volume is ticking up ever so slightly on. So where we had that volume trending down, I said if we could trend up, well, we started to move up just a little bit, but it's not enough to pop it above this damn yesterday's high. I've had 14 opportunities to get out of this trade on Take Profit Trader over here at even, and I haven't taken either one of them. I think I might end up regretting that. You got so many orders up to 60. I mean, it is stacked from right above us all the way up to 60. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see where you at. There you are.
You just popped a little bit above 59.45 on SPX. So you are clearing that green nub I had there, and you are entering a larger red gamma if you can get up there. So about 3 more points will do that.
This son of a gun, you got these damn orders right there, right at 56. It's holding this thing up. If it takes these 100 out, it's got 100 orders right there. Oh, and it just, oh my gosh. I don't know if they pulled those and put them right back in or what they did. I would actually scale out some here on Take Profit Trader if it gets there. It's going to be a very minute win, but oh, you went up and touched it and bounced back down. You son of a gun! Did not take my profit there. I mean, it touched it, ticked right to it, Roy, and then came right back down. This 56.25. That's where my first take profits at to scale out some, just to lock something in. And if anybody's ever traded this before, you know we got to get this bid side to join that ass side. That bid side. Oh, it just touched it again.
Oh, did you get it?
I got it that time. Got it. Half out. But I'm saying that we're $60 up right now, which is better than nothing, right? $60 is better than nothing. I'm going to take profit at 58.25 here. This will be where I'll scale the last of this out. And that will get me another $100 on a different account over today. And you know what? I would be happy with that. Right now, we're $60 up in it. We got to 85 up at one point. It was our max we've been so far. So you got orders 57.50 and then up to 60. I would like this thing to break above here. This way on top step, I can move my take profit up. I mean, my stop loss up to this previous candles. These previous candles right here, I would move it up to here, which still would not get us in the green, but would take a little over half of our risk off, which I'm fine with. I do like, I don't know if anybody's noticed here lately. So whichever direction the candle starts at, they have pretty much have not been closing those candles where they start. So if a candle starts red, 9 times out of 10, it's been going green. And if it starts green, 9 times out of 10, it's been going red.
Yeah.
So, I just think we might be topped out, and I might need to be happy with taking $80 here on Take Profit Trader and living this fight another day. I know this is not the sexy $10,000 days you see a lot of these figures have, but also you don't see me going 15 lots deep on this stuff. That's just absurdity, in my opinion.
Yeah, to be, not that we would ever do that, but today is not the day to do that.
No, today is just. I mean, I was just trying to grind out a little win here, and would have been happy with $80, and now I'm $30 up. So, actually, I want to. So we'll get a little move back up here. This son of a gun. CBD is negative 900 now. You are seeing something change here. So your put premiums are dropping, your call premiums going up. Everybody knows I love this. This is kind of just grinding now, right? If it can continue to grind and not pull back, this thing has a chance to pop back up to this 60 level. And if it could break 60, we would scale out here, and that would be fantastic. Right below that first take profit order I had up there. You got orders are moving up a little bit right here, so there's a chance. There's a chance. It's just, I mean, we're just kind of stuck here. I'm gonna tell you guys, this trades I've got here, I forced the shit out of these trades. But I've told you exactly what I was doing when I did it, though. It's not like this is something out of the blue. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I want to get, and it just can't get the break above and the hold above this down settle or yesterday's high. That's what we need. Settlement held like a champ down here. Now we need to break above this high. You can see what happened. It played around settlement for a while, then it popped up, right? So it's liable to play around here more if it is going to pop back up again. I don't know. Call premiums are taking a dip, but your volume is still kind of chugging along. So nothing's really changed on that yet. CBD is holding negative 900. Not really moving.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, you don't. The last time we got this pop, it was negative 1600. So
Word. It's hanging out on this nub, man. It just loves this little nub.
Nubs are nubs.
It's got an Asian fetish, I guess. Let's go to.
Oh, I can't believe you said that. Look, most people worry about me saying something. And you got the right one. It's probably worse than anything I've ever said on here. Just, I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
We are. Yeah, you got a feeling that if it just gets a little momentum, it's rough. It's off to the races.
I just need 59.58. That's all I need. And if you look, we're playing this game again. It got 59, 57, 75.
Yeah.
Manny, don't encourage him. Roy, the last thing Roy needs some encouragement for saying some shady shit. CBD's come back to negative 600. Your tide is still just, I mean, look, it's just grinding. It's just grinding up. It just cannot break back above this shit. I mean, come on, dude. What are you doing to me here? Just give me 59.58 one time. One time is all I need. One time. And then we'll have $100 in a few take profit trader accounts over here. And guess what? We'll probably call it unless something really, really fantastic comes back up, by the way. You son of a gun. Look at you. Look how close it is.
Right on top.
Look how close it is. I mean, red just touched the ass side just touched my take profit. The ass just touched my take profit. And there's $101.25 in that account.
Boom. Good job.
Oh, now, look, I don't like this. I'm moving this damn thing up to here. This trade is not going red on me here. So worst case scenario, I'm going to be about $5 up. Best case scenario, I get a couple $100 out of it. One or two. That's right, Roy. It's one time for the hustlers. Let's do it, sir.
Your gamma, you're approaching that 59.50, so you may get a quick kind of pause, but you may just feel it right over it. But you may get a quick pause, retest, and they may shift this gamma, the little gamma green, to red to get the momentum to push it back up. We'll see. They are shrinking their positioning though below, which means potential move up. What I understand. 59.60 is your trigger on that one. So if you look here, like I said, we're about 10 points off from SPX to ES. Mag 7, Apple's flat. It's got hit a little bit, is now curling up. So if Apple wants to join this party, obviously that will be a big one. Same with Microsoft. It's starting to move up. Google got hit again today, but kind of recovering. I actually really like Google here.
Just say what I did. Move my stop up. Don't want it to go red. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't normally recommend moving up that quick. I just don't like the price action up here, and we could get a decent pullback at some point. So I would rather just go on and just, hey, it's not going to turn. It's not going to close red, right? I mean, you don't feel great about making. I mean, seriously, you take fees out, it's going to be like $5. But also, we just took all the risk off the table, right? There's no risk on this trade now.
Mm-hmm.
You give me a no risk trade, and yes, I could have held take profit trade over here till we get this pop up. I just did not trust it. I mean, it's as long as I've got this trailing drawdown with me over here, I've got to be super careful on my take profits. I can't let it run, 200 points up and then come back and close that break even, right? And then I just lost $200 on my trailing drawdown. That is never good. And we could go and lock in $100 here and take profit trade. I mean, on Top Step. It's probably not the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
We're going to guarantee 31.20. If it takes it out there, we'll trail this up a little bit at a time. Takes it out, takes it out. I would have a green trade no matter what. And then if I'm wanting to hit 200, I've already got a little head start there now, right? Where's this saying it's just not as strong as I hoped it would be? No, it's not. I mean, it's showing some strength here, but I'm just worried this thing could pull back any second really hard on us. Your premiums just died off. Your volume is turning down a little. I'm going to take that. It might go up. I've got almost $100 in here on this one. I would rather go and take it. I just don't like this volume coming back on Tide. Look at this volume. You see it starting to turn over here a little. Your call premiums coming down. Your put premiums starting to rise up. I could definitely see a little pullback here. We're getting to this time where I would probably pull back down to here. Well, don't we have a tool we can draw this out? So you can see it come down. That's kind of what
W.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a W, but you come down, you test like this support, and then this has been support. It's going to test resistance. You come back down. This is the perfect setup if you want to go long. If you want to do a failed breakdown right here, it would come down, it would test the support here, break right through the support, come back. This that was resistance that turned to support would turn back into resistance, right? And you come down. Let's clean this up a little. We don't need no background. I really can't change much of it up, I was hoping I could take the labels off, but you can't. Anyway, but this is when Mancini's talking about a failed breakdown. This is what you get, right? So it flushes down, and you get your shorts in. It pops back up, and then when it comes back down the second time, your shorts start to enter because they're like, "Hey, This is now turned into resistance. So we're going to start loading our shorts up here because it's going to take all the way down. And what the institutions will do at this point is like, oh, okay, well, and it might even come a little further down, like break down like that. And this is really, if it does this is really going to bring the shorts into the trade, right? They're going to be hammering in. So move down, especially once you break this yesterday's settlement. They're going to be hammering, and then they rocket this damn thing up. So this is kind of what you would look for in a failed breakdown trade.
Those can be risky because, as you can see, he's making lower lows.
Yeah, so here's where your entry, right? You don't know where your entry could be, right? So you don't take your entry here. You don't take your entry here. Once it breaks back above this low is when you take your entry and ride it out. I did not think today would be the day I would actually be showing that, but here we go. You could actually draw. This would probably look cleaner. Get that move down. And then it might even make a new high right here, right? Mm-hmm. Or I would probably think it would just come to here. Let's just go. It goes yesterday's settlement. Go below this area right here. We'd look at. Oh, and then. And it could even do this pop. How's that? That look cleaner?
Looks good for government work.
So yeah, so you want this move down. You want this to hold a support, or it could be here. This could be anywhere on this chart. It's a lower time frame, or this damn thing could just grind up the rest of the day, and all this shit I just did is for nothing, and y'all can like remember this later. Right? But come back. You want to see it some kind of support. Hell, you almost, Roy. I hate to say this, but oh, I hate having to clean all this shit up one at a time. Roy, you click like and subscribe. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Thanks.
So we could have had it right here, and it could be actually going the opposite way now for us. So now we get this move up, and then we made a higher high. Come back, test this. 65 or so, and then here's the rest of your day. That very well could come into play. I'm not, look, this is not financial advice. I will going to say that. This is not a buy or sell. This is education purposes only. Did I cover all my bases?
I think you hit it. Yeah, I think you hit it. Oh, man, look at this thing.
I know. So we got about 5 minutes so left on the day. Anybody got any questions? 105 on 3 MES contracts. I think, hell yeah, Roy, he's perfect, brother. Perfect.
Good job, man. Good job.
Yeah. I wish I would have hit my first scale out right up here. We still would have been a quarter short of it. Would have been one tick short of a take profit. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I'm not at it.
I'm trying to scale out on my Marvell calls, and I'm got my one SPY runner left. Still running.
CBD is gone plus 700, by the way. Y'all remember when I was telling you about Tide? Go back to my Tide, boy.
Yeah.
Look at this grind and see where it turned right there, and that's where we had that pullback, and then pop right back up. So, yep, stuck with it. Saw the orders up there at 6250. Good job. Yeah, I just couldn't trust it, Roy. I mean, I got 96.30 out of it. I'm fine with that, but we're halfway to 200. Anybody knows you trade this $200 a day, 5 days, that gets you payout status. Just keep chugging along there, and you have a nice payout coming up for long. One of these days, we're going to do this, and we're going to hit, and this 900 is going to turn into 1,000. So, or this 90 is going to turn to 1,000. I have no doubt in my mind about that. It could end up being a day. Doubt it very seriously because I'm fixing to eat some breakfast as soon as we get off this thing.
I'd expect a little cool off here, like you had suggested. Obviously, not saying play that cool off, but you can't enter a long up here. You just got to be careful.
Yeah.
You want to see it kind of grind up, grind a little bit, consolidate, pull back a hair, find you a good entry, and go from there. But this is a dangerous spot, so don't try and force anything. In my
One
opinion.
thing about, so me and Roy were talking back and forth yesterday. And see all these little flags you had? I mean, you had 1, 2, 3 flags all play out. Each one of these flags, CVD was going negative and Tide volume was turning down, and it would turn back on instant. I was telling Roy, we were kind of texting back and forth. Roy was like, "That makes me want to go short." And I'm like, "Hell, I am short." I got stopped out, but then the 1 minute candle ended up giving us a. Let's see if we can find it here.
I think it was a long, wasn't it?
It was
no, it was a short. It was a short. It was another short.
Yeah, I'm not going back all that way. Screw that.
Yeah, it was another short.
Yeah, it gave us another short, so I popped in, cleaned up my mess, got back out $216 up for the day and called it. And then the market just kept going up, right? I mean, it just kept moving. It's like shit. It kept showing weakness, and that weakness would play out for a second, then it would right back strong. Weakness play out for a second, then right back strong. You look at this indicator, this ADX is kind of moving back up, 33.40. We got down to 31.40 or so, moving back up. Like I said, this thing is not, it's not to be all, everything. This is just kind of I wonder if I can change the settings. Ooh. I'm trying to, how about that, Roy?
Maybe like a, maybe like a light.
Blue's kind of neutral, right?
Blue's very neutral, except in the UK. That's the color for up on the stock charts.
Actually, I kind of like this this gray color.
Oh, we're popping. Popping. New high. 59.64. Whoa, we got increased gamma above. This is where we're at.
CVD was 600. It came back to 400.
Interesting.
All
right. I don't need to chase this.
Volume is just grinding still. There's no change in it. Only change you got is your puts. Your calls actually went over your puts this time. Roy, I think I'm fixing to tell you, I'm going to take a break for a minute. It's popping, but I don't want to enter any trades up here. I don't want to do anything crazy. It's just to the point where, you got to be careful here. I don't like CBD's coming back. It's 300 now. Oh, just popped to 500. See,
all right. Yeah. You're going to convince yourself to do something.
Absolutely. And I think I just need to chill for a little bit, take a break. I am going to come back. I'm getting $105 in this account today. Just go on, everybody, just write that up. That's going to happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm up $100 on a couple take profit trader accounts. I've got a couple more I can trade. I might trade those. I think these up 100. I'm just going to chill those today. I'm trying to build those up slowly till we get, above that $1,500, and still, one of these are going to hit one of these days, and that 100 is going to turn to 200 or 300, and then we'll be over it before you know it in a week or so. There's no need to rush it. CBD just over 700 positive. I got to go. I'm fixing to trade this. You look at Tide, you look at CBD, everything is suggesting this thing is fixing to rip.
Yeah.
Come look at Tide. Look what Tide's doing. Cool. That volume trending up. Call premiums trending up. Put premiums trending down. That's all saying more upside. I'm seeing 70 on book map. That's a damn good possibility. So,
wow.
And don't forget, this could play the opposite way. Do. So that's why you got to be careful. CBD's come back to 500. CBD's moving too much for me right now. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's going back and forth. We've gone negative to positive probably 10 times a day. And you're having decent sized swings, which means people are coming in and out. And it's just, I don't know. I just need to step away for a minute. This is our time. We typically get a pop here. This is coming into European close. So put your purse away, go for gold. Dirty Harry. Peer pressure is not going to do a damn thing for me on this. I'm smarter than that.
I put a trail stop on my SPY calls and my Marvell calls for those who are wondering about positioning.
Your money for it. This is how I make a living, so I got to be more careful than most people do. This is my paycheck we're looking at here, boys and girls. This is not this is not anything else. This is how I make my living. So
if you're looking at periscope wise, you are in this red gamma, but you're getting close to some pretty heavy green gamma above. So you could have just kind of this part be the grind right above us. Risk reward does not favor.
No, not here. But I mean, we said the same thing. What 5-6 points ago?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Anyway, I think that's it. It's we've gone about an hour and 20 minutes or so, close to it. So
all right, I gotta run an errand. So I'm gonna go run my errand. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Chill out. Yeah, thanks everybody. We appreciate it. Remember, today's on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We still got 3 more days this week, so there's no reason to just press the gas. Oh, we can do an outro video now. I don't know why you don't do an outro video. Can we do one that says thanks? Nah, same stuff.
Thanks.
Why do you want a 30-second countdown to when the stream ends? That makes no sense. You can't talk to it.
I think it's more of a whoa.
I know. Right. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Bye, guys. Everybody, all you guys here today. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Appreciate everybody. Stay safe.